My name's Dick Persson. I'm the newly appointed Administrator of Central Coast Council, and I'm pleased to be here. And I am because local government is really important. It's really important to the people, the ratepayers. There's thousands of great staff, and this organisation has found itself in a financial circumstance which many would be confused about how this has happened, and at this stage, so am I. But I'm pleased to be here because I believe it's important to move quickly to restore confidence to both the ratepayers and the staff, and to the government, who was recently asked to help with the financial commitment. I've got a long experience. I've been the administrator of Warringah Council, which ended up for 6 years, Port Macquarie Hastings Council for a year. I was appointed to merge the Manly, Warringah and Pittwater councils, which was a year and a half, and now I'm here in the fourth case. The government has also appointed Rick Hart here to come and assist me in this task, and Rick has also a very long CV of experience. In fact, I appointed Mr Hart as the GM of Warringah back in 2005-ish, I think it was, and he went on to lead that council to win the prestigious Blewett Award, which is basically acknowledged as the best council in New South Wales. So between us, we've come out of retirement, and we're here for the duration to help work through these issues. I've just met with Mr Gary Murphy. Mr Murphy was on stress leave. He has a doctor's certificate. He came back today and I've met with him, and I've requested him to take leave. It's not appropriate for him to be here in charge of the staff while Mr Hart and I are trying to work out what's happened. So there's no judgment in that. It's just a straight governance matter, and he'll be going on his own rec leave until we get further down the track and work out where we stand with all of this. I've been working over the weekend, as has Mr Hart, trying to get bits of information here and there. We have some ideas of what's happened, but we're not going to share them today. We need to confirm what we're thinking, and then my hope is that to produce a report within 30 days, which will go to the council, and that report will have a plain English narrative explaining what's happened and outline some options for the way ahead, presumably for public feedback and discussion. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm very confident that I can work out what's happened within 30 days. Whether we can work out how to get ourselves out of the situation we seem to be in, that's another issue, and no doubt we'll have some pain attached to it. But no, it won't take longer than 30 days to work out what's happened. I asked for the same pay that I was paid 5 years ago when I was appointed to merge the councils, and that's at an annual rate of $320,000. Involve turning over every stone I can, but there is no indications that I'm aware of that involve any corruption. In fact, I've had a meeting with the acting GM this morning, and that was the second question I asked about projects that are underway. And some of the projects that had been in the pipeline will no doubt have to be stopped, but projects that are underway will continue. All councils are different and similar. They all operate under the same acts. They all have lots of good people working for them, and they all have lots of ratepayers who mostly enjoy the services that are well provided, whether it's libraries or childcare or beach services and whatever. And obviously there's waste and traditional council services, parks and recreation. So most councils have that in common. All of the councils I've been to have some degree of problem. I mean, Port Macquarie Hastings Council, the council there decided to build a very expensive entertainment centre in the middle of town, and that sent them broke, basically. So there was some similarity there. In the case of the Warringah Council, back in 2003, basically that just fell into disorder. And the minister lost confidence in their ability to do the job, and they extended my term there from 2 years to 6 years to enable me. That turned out to be quite a big problem in a number of respects. Merging the councils at the Northern Beaches, I mentioned Warringah Council, where Rick was the general manager, had won the Blewett Award not long before. Pittwater had won the Blewett Award. Manly Council was another story, but nevertheless, basically it was a fairly well-run show, so I didn't have the element of crisis. Although I said that to someone, and a week later the storm came and washed half the houses away from the beach, and all of a sudden I had a real crisis. And I've worked out I've possibly got that issue here again in terms of Wamberal.
Is this the biggest loss?
Well, yes, this is, well, it looks like it, yes. I still have to get to the bottom of that, but it looks like it's a very big financial problem, yeah.
Is this probably one of the...
I'm not aware of any council that's not been able to pay its wages. I've replaced the councillors and the mayor for the interim, and what's been lost is the ability to access those individuals and possibly put pressure on them through the ballot box. There's no pressure you can apply to me in that regard, but I have a proud history of saying I listen to the arguments, I explain my reasons, and then make a decision. So I'm not sure that they lose much. People who don't get what they want cry no democracy. People who get what they want, I think that's fine. But that's the same under elected administration as well, really.
Sorry, what are the platform? How are people going to be able to talk to you?
In the same way that they would deal with the mayor, my approach is that people who have an issue should work it through the council staff systems, and if they're frustrated at the end of the day, then I will see them. What I will say, that I will not be relitigating issues that have been determined in the past. There's not time for me to do that, and I've not done that at previous councils. If the council's looked at your issue, for example, dogs on beaches, which is an issue in lots of places. Councils have made this, all three councils in the Northern Beaches said, no, we don't want dogs on beaches. First meeting, they arrive up with their signs and placards and want me to redo the issue. I said, councils have made a decision, wait till the next election and take your issue before them. And I'll apply that to people who were disgruntled because they didn't get this or that. I won't be relitigating all of those things.